The road to Emmaus. At that time, 2 of the disciples of Jesus were walking to a village called Emmaus, 60 furlongs away from Jerusalem, discussing all that had happened. They were still conversing and debating together when Jesus himself drew near and began to walk beside them. But their eyes were held fast so that they could not recognize him. And he said to them, "What talk is this you exchange between you as you go along sad-faced?" And one of them, who was called Clopas, answered him, "What? Art thou the only pilgrim in Jerusalem, who has not heard of what has happened there in the last few days?" "What happenings?" he asked. And they said, "About Jesus of Nazareth, a prophet, whose words and acts had power with God and with all the people, how the chief priests and our rulers handed him over to be sentenced to death, and so crucified him. For ourselves, we had hoped that it was he who was to deliver Israel. But now, to crown it all, today is the 3rd day since it befell. Some women, indeed, who belonged to our company, frightened us. They had been at the tomb early in the morning and could not find his body. Whereupon they came back and told us that they had seen a vision of angels who said that he was alive. Some of those who were with us went to the tomb and found that all was as the women had said. But of him they saw nothing." Then Jesus said to them, "Too slow of wit, too dull of heart, to believe all those sayings of the prophets? Was it not to be expected that the Christ should undergo these sufferings and enter so into his glory?" Then, going back to Moses and the whole line of the prophets, he began to interpret the words concerning himself by all the scriptures. And now they were drawing near the village to which they were walking, and he made as if to go on further. But they pressed him. "Stay with us," they said. "It is towards evening, and it is far on in the day." So he went in to stay with them. And then, when he sat down at table with them, he took bread and blessed and broke it and offered it to them. Whereupon their eyes were opened, and they recognized him. And with that, he disappeared from their sight. And they said to one another, "Were not our hearts burning within us when he spoke to us on the road, and when he made the scriptures plain to us?" Rising up there and then, they went back to Jerusalem, where they found the 11 apostles and their companions gathered together, now saying, "The Lord has indeed risen and has appeared to Simon." And they told the story of their encounter on the road, and how they recognized him in the breaking of the bread.